Picture this. You're at the height of your career, feeling good about yourself, and then you read one comment that makes you hate what you see in the mirror. That happened to me in 1997 when I was hosting my first TV show. That happened to Jessica last month when she posted a workout video on TikTok. But here's what's going to surprise you about how we both responded to the same type of cruelty. What I did after reading that cruel TV review and what Jessica did after reading those brutal comments, both reactions were identical, and both nearly destroyed our confidence forever. But here's the twist that saved us both. See, we think body shaming is worse now because of social media, because of comment sections, because anyone can say anything anonymously. But what I learned from Jessica's story is that the cruelty might be faster now, but it ain't new. The difference is how we choose to respond to it. Let me take y'all back to November 1997. I'm hosting The Steve Harvey Show, my first major television series. I'm finally living my dream, my own show, my name in the credits, national television exposure. I'm feeling good about myself, feeling like I made it. Then one morning, my publicist calls me with what she thought was exciting news. Steve, you got a review in Entertainment Weekly. They're talking about your show. I'm thinking, great, national recognition. So I drive to the newsstand, buy the magazine, and flip to the review section. The headline reads, The Steve Harvey Show, comedy with character issues. I start reading, expecting to see praise for my acting, my comedy timing, my chemistry with the cast. But instead, I get to this sentence that stops me cold. While Harvey shows promise as a comedic actor, one has to wonder if network television is ready for a leading man who looks more like someone's uncle than a traditional TV star. Y'all, that sentence hit me like a physical blow. They weren't critiquing my performance. They were critiquing my face, my body, my right to exist on television because I didn't look like their idea of what a TV star should look like. But then I kept reading and it got worse. Harvey's physical appearance, the facial hair, the heavier build, the unconventional features might be better suited for supporting roles rather than carrying a primetime show. I sat in my car in that newsstand parking lot reading that review over and over, and every word felt like a knife. Here I was at the biggest moment of my career, and a stranger was telling the world I was too ugly to be on television. I drove home and did something I'm not proud of. I stood in front of my bathroom mirror for 2 hours, picking apart every feature they mentioned. My facial hair, should I shave it? My build, should I lose weight? My unconventional features. Was there surgery that could make me look more TV ready? For the first time in my life, I hated what I saw in the mirror. Not because I had changed, but because someone else's opinion had changed how I saw myself. Now fast forward to last month. I'm in Miami doing a wellness conference, and during the meet and greet, this young woman approaches me. She's beautiful, confident looking, but I can see something broken in her eyes. Mr. Harvey, she says, I need to ask you about dealing with people who try to destroy your self-esteem because I think I'm losing the battle. Her name is Jessica Rodriguez. She's 26 years old, lives in Orlando, and she's a fitness influencer with 400,000 followers on TikTok. Her content is about body positivity, self-love, and healthy living at every size. Mr. Harvey, Jessica tells me, I started my platform to help people feel good about themselves, to show that health comes in all shapes and sizes. But the comments I get, they're destroying me. Jessica shows me her phone. Her TikTok videos get hundreds of thousands of views, tens of thousands of likes. But she scrolls past all the positive comments to show me the cruel ones. You're too fat to be giving fitness advice. Nobody wants to see your body. Please stop. You're promoting obesity. You're disgusting. Cover up. Nobody asked to see this. The worst part, Jessica says, is that these comments come on videos where I'm literally just existing. I'll post about morning stretches and someone will comment about how my body is offensive. I'll share a healthy recipe and someone will say I have no right to talk about health because of how I look. Jessica tells me about the video that broke her. Last month, she posted a workout routine she'd been doing for months. She was excited about it, felt strong and confident. The video got 2 million views in 24 hours. I went to bed feeling proud of myself, Jessica says. Then I woke up to thousands of comments. Most were positive, but there were hundreds of cruel ones. People were sharing screenshots of my body, making memes, calling me names I can't repeat. The comment that destroyed Jessica was from someone with no profile picture, no followers, no videos of their own. It said, "You're too fat and ugly to be on social media. Do everyone a favor and delete your account." Mr. Harvey, Jessica says, I read that comment and I felt like I got punched in the stomach. I looked at myself in the mirror and for the first time in years, I hated what I saw. Jessica did the same thing I did in 1997. She stood in front of her mirror, picking apart every feature that stranger had attacked. Should she lose weight? Should she stop posting? Should she change everything about herself to make anonymous strangers happy? I spent 3 hours in front of that mirror crying and hating my body, Jessica says. A body that had carried me through marathons, through strength training, through life, and I was ready to hate it all because of one stranger's opinion. Now, let me tell you what I told Jessica, because this is the lesson that took me years to learn. See, what both Jessica and I figured out is that body shaming isn't about your body. It's about their insecurity. When someone attacks your appearance, they're not giving you information about yourself. They're giving you information about their character. That Entertainment Weekly critic in 1997 wasn't critiquing my appearance. He was revealing his own narrow definition of what success looks like. Those anonymous commenters attacking Jessica aren't giving fitness advice. They're projecting their own body issues onto her. Here's what both of us had to learn. The people who are most cruel about other people's bodies are usually the most insecure about their own. The person who calls you too fat is probably struggling with their own weight. The person who calls you too ugly is probably battling their own self-esteem. When someone attacks your body, they're not attacking you. They're attacking their own reflection that they see in your confidence. They can't stand to see you comfortable in your skin because they're not comfortable in theirs. Y'all want to know what happened after I let that Entertainment Weekly review destroy my confidence? I spent 3 months trying to change everything about myself. I considered plastic surgery, went on crash diets, thought about shaving my mustache. I was trying to become someone else's idea of what I should look like, but then something beautiful happened. I got a letter from a viewer, a young black man from Detroit. He said, "Mr. Harvey, I want to thank you for looking like my father on TV. I want to thank you for showing me that success doesn't have to look like what I see in movies. You look like someone from my neighborhood, and that gives me hope." That letter changed everything for me. I realized that the critic who called me unconventional was right. I was unconventional, and that was my strength, not my weakness. I stopped trying to look like everyone else's idea of a TV star and started embracing what made me different. My unconventional features became my trademark. My heavier build became part of my relatability. My facial hair became my signature. The Steve Harvey Show ran for 6 successful seasons, not despite how I looked, but because of how I looked. Because I looked like someone's father, someone's uncle, someone real. And Jessica, 2 weeks after our conversation, she made a decision that shocked her followers. Instead of hiding from the cruel comments, she made a video response. "To everyone who thinks I'm too fat to be on social media," she said, "I have news for you. I'm not going anywhere. My body has run marathons, lifted weights, and loved people. It's done everything I've asked it to do, and I'm not going to let strangers on the internet make me hate the body that has carried me through life." That video got 5 million views in 48 hours. But more importantly, Jessica got thousands of messages from people thanking her for her courage, for showing them that they didn't have to change their bodies to deserve respect. Jessica's following grew to 800,000 in 3 months, not because she changed her body, but because she changed how she talked about it. She started celebrating what her body could do instead of apologizing for how it looked. So here's your homework, and this is for everyone who's ever felt ashamed of their body because of someone else's opinion. First, remember that body shaming says everything about the person doing it and nothing about you. When someone attacks your appearance, they're showing you their character, not revealing your flaws. Second, stop trying to look like everyone else's idea beautiful and start embracing what makes you unique. Your flaws might be exactly what makes you memorable, relatable, and real. Third, surround yourself with people who celebrate your body, not criticize it. If someone in your life makes you feel bad about your appearance, that's information about whether they should be in your life. Fourth, practice speaking to yourself the way you'd speak to your best friend. You wouldn't tell your best friend they're too fat, too ugly, or too anything. Don't tell yourself those things either. Fifth, remember that your body is not an ornament, it's the vehicle that carries you through life. Focus on what your body can do, not just how it looks. If you're dealing with body shaming right now, if someone has made you hate what you see in the mirror, remember this. Their opinion is not your reality. Their insecurity is not your problem. Their cruelty is not your truth. Jessica learned what I learned 27 years ago. The right people will love you for who you are, not despite who you are. The wrong people will criticize you no matter what you look like. Your body is not a mistake. Your appearance is not a problem to be solved. Your uniqueness is not a flaw to be fixed. So stop apologizing for taking up space. Stop shrinking yourself to make others comfortable. Stop changing yourself to meet standards set by people who don't even know you. Your body carried you to this moment. It's been with you through every challenge, every victory, every day of your life. It deserves your respect, not your hatred. And remember, The people who are most beautiful are not the ones who look perfect. They're the ones who are comfortable in their own skin. Jessica's comfortable in her skin now. I'm comfortable in mine. And when you stop trying to be someone else's idea of beautiful and start being your own idea of authentic, you'll be comfortable in yours too. Y'all remember that? Confidence is the best outfit you can wear, and that comes in every size, every shape, every color, and every style. Your body is not your enemy, it's your home. Start treating it like one.